Former Congresswoman from Hawaii, Tulsi Gabbard. So, Congresswoman, we saw some really disgusting pictures of brave men and women who traveled from across the country to protect the Capitol, sleeping on cement, sleeping in parking garages, not having anywhere to go to the bathroom. I just felt so terrible, especially because of the fact, did they really need to be there in that large number?
First of all, it made me so angry to see all of these different images coming from National Guard soldiers, really posting the reality of the situation that they were in, being shoved into the parking garage that's freezing cold, all strewn about lying on the ground, really being discarded as though they don't even matter. Meanwhile, as you said, our troops, National Guard soldiers, some of whom I've served with, 200 came from Hawaii, went to Washington, D.C., answered that call to serve like everybody else, only to be mistreated in this way. No, to answer your question, the militarization of our nation's capital was not only unnecessary. Yes, we need to make sure that this transition of power happens peacefully and safely, but to send that message both to the American people and to the world that somehow our nation's capital is under attack and threat of a siege, of taking over. I just don't think that's the message that we want to send to the American people and to the world, especially as we conduct this peaceful transition of power.
And everybody wanted to have beefed up security. We're not saying they didn't need security. What we're saying is 25,000. I mean, we could take over, I don't know. I don't want to name a country, but I mean, 25,000 is a lot of boots on the ground. And for what?
It's a lot.
Because even the Department of Defense said that there was no intelligence indicating any imminent attack. And the fact that some of these politicians taking selfies with these guys and then an hour later they're sleeping on the pavement in the freezing cold. I mean, what the hell is that all about?
It's outrageous. It's outrageous to see that kind of, the photo op and then turn around and walk away and forget. Unfortunately, I've seen this happen as well in some of my deployments. I've seen it too many times where we have troops deployed, lives on the line, in danger, and then you have politicians drop in for a few hours, take a picture, smile, shake a few hands, and then go back and don't actually do anything to address the reason. Hey, why are our troops deployed overseas? Are we taking care of them when they come home? And are we honoring the great service and sacrifice that they and their family members are providing to our country? On the National Guard, though, in our nation's capital, I read something as well that I think everyone would find disturbing, in that not only were 25,000 deployed on Inauguration Day, militarizing our nation's capital, but even as about half of that number are heading home, the officials in Washington are saying that they plan to keep an enduring presence of thousands of National Guard troops in our nation's capital. I haven't seen the justification of that, but again, it just reinforces my concern about what is the message that they are sending to the American people. What is it that they are trying to accomplish now by creating an enduring presence? That sounds a lot like a lot of the stuff that we've seen happen overseas.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and that is alarming. And I think it's like you said, they're exacerbating a crisis, which was a crisis, but they're exacerbating it in order to use the fear and trauma and make people intimidated and scared about their fellow Americans. All right, Congresswoman, thank you very much, and always thank you for your service, and thanks for coming on Water's World. It's always about honor and respect. You're right.